Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Investigator News. This is the morning weather show. And how's everyone this morning? It's a Wednesday. They call it Hump Day. I don't like. Let's call it Donut Day. Donut Day is much better. So we got through another day with not too many earthquakes, but there was one over us in Indonesia, I believe, that was a 6.0, which is it bounced back. So is it going to bounce back again? We'll look into that in a few minutes. Um, and the weather, hurricanes, oh boy, um, they're building up, and we have destruction that was in Puerto Rico. It's heading towards Bermuda. And with that, I'm going to get on with the weather and our beautiful weather lady, Miss Davis. She always brings a smile to everybody in the mornings, I think. Uh, they don't see her on the Weather Channel, but boy, I tell you what, they need to. They need to have her more on the Weather Channel. She's good. Some of those other girls I'm not too sure of. So,
It's
anyway,
hump day. We are
here she
halfway through the
goes.
week. The Northeast, you have some thunderstorms in your forecast today. For the interior parts of the Northeast, you'll be dry along the coast. Now, for the Midwest, back through the plains, well, we have warmer air over the Midwest, but through the upper Midwest and plains, that's where that cooler air has arrived. It stays hot down to the south. Take a look at these temperatures, well above average. 100-degree readings coming in Little Rock for today. And out to the
No,
west, well, we'll see some
no,
moisture over the four corners. That is going to keep rain in the forecast, not only today, but through tomorrow as well. We'll continue to see that moisture along the coast, though. We will have some cooler temperatures. San Francisco, 75 for you on Thursday, which, by the way, is the autumnal equinox. It will not feel like fall down to the south on Thursday. Still pretty hot, but
100
up
in Little
to the
Rock.
Midwest. Hey, look at you guys.
Yikes.
Very fall like. And to the Northeast, well, those storms are going to move along the coast. So I 95 corridor, you'll be in the hot zone for some strong storms, especially in the morning.
Oh, wow, 100 in Little Rock today. No. William, what do you think of that? 100 here. No. I even had my door open this morning. It was only like 69 here this morning. But now they're telling me 100 for today. Oh, I'm going to keep the shades drawn and become a vampire today. That's the only way I could survive 100 degrees. Well, I better cancel appointments. I don't do 100-degree. Ellie melts. Ellie melts in this stuff. So, William, boy, I tell you, um, the news is kind of, boy, it's kind of everything this morning. So, William, I'm going to get to you probably shortly after the show today. So, I'm going to get on with some of this other better news, much better news. Um, well, not really. It's hurricane stuff. Yeah. Um,
There's a look at.
okay, so hurricane stuff, and they say it's gonna after it is now gotten to the ocean, it has built back up, so it is a Category 4 as of now, and they say winds over. I think it's 120 miles an hour for a Category 4, so it is speeding towards Bermuda. Yeah, well, um, that's a very good comment right there. 100 then cold causes dangerous weather in short order. Yes, we are now moving into tornado season number 2. We have it in the spring and then we get it in the fall. And it's like he said, when you have 100 and you get a cold front that comes uh, at us, that's what spawns these tornadoes. And Illinois has had a bunch of them. It's almost like the tornado alley that they used to talk about has moved up into Illinois. It was, if you remember, it was Kentucky that got the brunt of it. Now we're looking at Illinois. They have gotten some tremendous severe weather over the last few weeks. Golf ball size hail the other night. They had some weather chasers out there, and they got some pretty good video. And they didn't get the golf ball size hail, but they were talking trees down and power lines, and um, so, Well, we're moving into the danger zone of tornado season for the fall, and that does increase our hurricanes. So I'm going to pull up our hurricanes. Speaking of
Fiona, and it's a very well defined eye. This is now the first Category 4 storm of the Atlantic
130.
season. Winds right now 130 miles per hour as it pulls away from Turks and Caicos, and it's not done strengthening. By Thursday, we could see winds max out at 140 miles per hour. Now, this storm is moving to the northeast and will either move over Bermuda by late week or make a very close pass. The timing of that should be Friday, but effects will be felt certainly much sooner than that. Now, for the U.S., we're looking at large swells and rip currents, no direct impact. But as this storm passes Bermuda, it could bring a whole lot of rain along with winds. Beyond that, it will race up into Canada, where it will certainly bring large winds and heavy rain. There's a look at the rainfall that is expected into this weekend.
Oh boy, 130-mile-an-hour winds. So, and not only that, they said swells from the ocean to hit along the East Coast. So be very careful with your kids out there on the beach this coming weekend. Uh, Boy, ooh, it got close. It got close. And we're looking at now that it will go up and maybe even hit parts of Canada by the beginning of next week. This is something we're going to have to watch. And they're not saying anything new down in uh, just off the coast of Africa, because that's usually where they come from. The fiercest storms come off the coast of Africa, and then it moves up and it strengthens in between Africa and the islands. Um, so the ferocious hurricane Fiona, it batters Turks and Cocos Islands, um, and they say that it has caused widespread power outages there. After dropping 20 inches of rain across Puerto Rico, leaving a path of destruction in the Republic, I'm sorry. Hurricane Fiona barreled toward Turks and Caicos Islands on Tuesday. Um, as of Tuesday evening, Fiona was a Category 3 moving towards a 4. Um, and less than 800 miles southwest of Bermuda and moving north at 9 miles per hour. So it seems to be slowing down a little bit. And when it slows down, that's when it picks up the wind speed. Ooh, I'm all tongue tied this morning. So the hurricane warning remains in effect for all the islands, and the residents are asked to stay inside for safety. Approximately 165 people are in shelters across the islands. So uh, I think I got it. Um, then we have a Category 4 hurricane as it eyes Bermuda, life threatening swells towards the U.S. East Coast. And that's what we were just talking about, the swells. So be very careful. And they did say that it is a Category 4. Um, um, the earthquakes, oh boy. Well, this looks like a one just hit here. Um, no, it's nothing. Okay. All right. I'll get this. Earthquakes. Oh boy, folks. We are seeing it very quiet down in South America. And we had now I was wrong. It wasn't the Indonesia. It was up in Russia that we seen the 6.0. Now, boy, that's getting close to northern. William, you might be in danger there of an earthquake. When's the last time Washington had an earthquake? A good sized earthquake. I mean, I know of the one that happened up in uh, Alaska here a long time ago, but this could be um, real close to Alaska, Canada, Washington, Oregon. I don't think it's. I'm going to differ with Dutch sense on Northern California. I think it's going to hit more with Alaska. And with the ground already wet because of the, uh, they called it basically a hurricane. And no one's talking about that. That is really odd. So I'm going to get to some of these. So we know that we got this one up in Kamchatka, Stary, Russia. And then the ones that are next to it is a 4.3 in Peninsula, Russia. That was a 4.3. And then we had one in Ozernovsky, Russia, a 4.5. And then the other ones down towards, well, China had one. Let's go with China. Shanghai, China, at 4.6. Then we go down to Paraman, Indonesia, 5.0. Then over to Tanimbar, 5.0. And then Papua New Guinea at 5.7. Um, Now Hawaii's kind of getting more active. That was a 2.9, and another one of a 3.4, and a three. This was a Kaloa, and it wasn't Pahala, but it's close enough with the volcanoes that a 3.4 would definitely start churning that lava in their volcano. Uh, there was a 5.1 down the South Sandwich Islands, which is a good, it's building up. The last few we've had have been smaller. Um, and then over on the North Mid Atlantic Ridge of a 4.5, and that's just south of Iceland. Now the ones in the States, we have a Petrola, California, 3.7. Um, that's real close to Ferndale and Eureka, um, California. Uh, Coso Junction, a 3.0. Then we had one right next to it, Bombay Beach, 2.7. And then down towards Mexico. And it seems like Mexico is getting quiet again. And thank goodness, because they have so much damage down there. Um, and we have a 4.9 in Vasquez Polaris, Mexico. Over in the islands, which they don't need earthquakes. Uh, we have Dominican Republic, a 3.3, the Virgin Islands, a 3.4, and then we're going to go straight up to a weird one in Eastern Tennessee, and it's not giving the name. It just has Eastern Tennessee of 2.5. So if you felt a little bit of movement this morning on the eastern side of Tennessee, that could be why. Um, of course, oh, it says Western Texas. Where are the cities this morning? Uh, the USGS is slacking. They're slacking off. We want to know the city. We don't want to know it's Eastern Western. So Western Texas 2.8. I let's see what's down. It could be anywhere down there. It could be anywhere. I don't want to guess. All right, and then Yellowstone. Here we go, folks. Remember, I was telling you about the threes yesterday. Yellowstone National Park at 2.5. I guess they had so many rumblings, and but some of us are reporting on it. And I guess they decided they would throw Yellowstone in there. Yellowstone is a steady ones and twos uh, that had been going on for almost a year. And so a 2.5, and anything like I've told you, a 2.5 will get some of those volcanoes churning a little bit. Maybe even those clay mud um, pits that they have, they bubble when they get earthquakes or an increase of volcanic activity. You know what's really strange is it when LA has a good size earthquake or around it, around the southern part of Los Angeles, the La Brea tar pits bubble, and it even bubbles into the streets of LA. That's been known to be seen. A lot of people don't really talk about that. So, Alaska, we'll finish up with Alaska, Yucatan, Alaska, 3.2, and above it, Southern Alaska. See, they're not giving us cities today. The person that's doing the typing in of the cities is a slacker this morning. Because I'd like to know where it's at. 3.2, and Petersville, Alaska, 3.7, and Arctic Village, Alaska, which never gets them. They actually got one this morning of a 2.8. So there you have it, boy. Um, and it maybe the southern Texas one was due to uh, a lot of activity that's going on in Arizona. They're getting ones and twos this morning. I looked on my earthquake globe, and they're getting very small ones, and they're probably just a lot of aftershocks. So, all right. So, let's see. Alaska. Let's go back to Alaska. Um, they Alaskans weaken coastal flooding knocked homes from their foundations, and a lot of people just aren't talking about this. I haven't really seen it in the news. I seen a mudslide that took out restaurants, and the mud just kept flowing. In fact, there was a dog that came up missing during these mudslides, and they did find the dog eventually, but it was something that has never been seen. And that was down in California. And they're talking all the rain from Alaska into Canada, into Washington, D.C., and Oregon that they got this last week. But this one here um, is from Typhoon Merbach that struck western Alaska over the weekend as the worst storm to hit the area in half a century. And the storm waves caused flooding and damage along 1,000 miles of the state's coastal line. Photos, I got photos of it. And the remnants of Typhoon Merbach struck western Alaska over the weekend as the worst storm to hit the area. And according to the governor, the storm's waves caused flooding, um, and a lot of um, homes to slide off their foundations, especially the ones along the coast and the hills. They said that the winds only gusted to 70 miles an hour, but the community of Nome floated down the Snake River until it became wedged. What? The Nome, the home in, a home. Oh, I thought Nome slid off the map. Let's not slide Nome off the map. I almost put it there. No, it was a home in the community of Nome floated down the Snake River until it became wedged under the bridge. So far, no injuries or deaths. So let me go back up to kind of show you guys some of these pictures. I don't think there's many. Well, there's 10 of them. And I'll go through them pretty quick. Um, and like I said, nobody has been showing any pictures. I don't know, are they showing them up in um, Washington, William? Because you would think they would show them all up around where Alaska is. It's just odd. To me, it was just very odd. So, um, let's see, where was this at? This was in Michigan, and Michigan ought to be proud, very, very proud, because they have got one of the first white-colored black bears, and it was spotted in Upper Peninsula, where the bears are most common, and in Michigan. And they thought it would. The wildlife experts thought this was very cool. A large um, a specialist with DNR. It's just exciting to see an animal pop up like this instead of somewhere else or stay hidden. And it shows how amazing that this can be for an albino black bear to show up, for those to be able to see it. And, it's kind of got a brown head, but there it is. Boy, you can't see it very good. Um, but yeah, there he is, a white bear that was seen. And congratulations to Michigan for getting the albino bear. Um, Now we always talk about El Nino and La Nina, and they're starting to bring it back up again. They quit that when they did climate change. They brought that in, and all of a sudden La Nina and El Nino kind of disappeared. And one of the most iconic things in nature is the salmon in slow motion, leaping and rushing over uh, the the rivers, and it's amazing to see it if you could see it in person. A lot of people, they don't care about the fish, but it's a treacherous journey for them. But now they're finding out that um, La Nina and El Nino affect the salmon run, and this is something that the Department of Fish and Wildlife has been studying for decades. Uh, Not only do they study fish, but they study ants. I'll tell you about the ants after this. So when ocean temperatures changes, in particular, and the role it plays on these is they have been finding out that they thought it was the bear population, more hungry bears, less fish, or more fishing license sold and more salmon being taken. And see, that's what I always thought. But no, come to find out, it just slows. It increases and slows. And it's been happening, they say, for thousands of years. So when it's warmer in the northern part of the states into Alaska and it's wetter in the south, um, it does affect the fish. And so um, they say the same El Nino event brings a warmer and drier along with warmer ocean, which means less snow and creating a smaller snowpack. So La Nina effects each location are reversed. So did you understand that? I didn't, and I read it, but I'm Ellie. Uh, Ellie needs to listen to what she reads. All right. El Nino brings a warmer, drier winter along with warmer ocean, which means less snowfalls. As for El Nino, La Nina is the opposite. So we want snow. Now we need snow. That's what happens. Um, all right. So gator hunting season in Texas starts. Okay, here comes the gator guys, and they are already pulling 13 footers out. Now, there has been an over gator hunting out of Louisiana, and that's kind of why I pulled this up this morning. And what it is the commercial guys are coming in and they're swooping them up like fish in the nets, kind of thing, where they're taking a bunch at once, and it almost killed the gator hunting by the gator guys on I guess Discovery or whatever that channel is, the gator guys out of Louisiana. Well, they had to back off and they had to take less tags, which meant less money for them. And they did complain. And see, this was going on in little on the western side of Florida. So what they did is now they are making the commercial fishermen, they're giving them less and giving more to Louisiana. I guess that's just for Louisiana though. So the commercial fishermen have moved back out and closer inland to I'm going to say Alabama and Georgia and those, so that the population of gators can build back up in Louisiana. So gator hunting, boy, yeah, here we go. They caught 13, and this was a alligator hunting season in part of Texas. And so out of Texas, they brought in a 13-foot long uh, alligator. So, every state has their own. It seems like an abundance of a certain animal. Now up here, the duck hunters, the duck guys, they come up here to Stuttgart, and we have one of the biggest duck reserves here for hunting. Many, many, many ducks. You'd think we'd eat more duck here, but we don't. It's chicken. We eat chicken. Yeah, fried chicken, especially. All right, so the U.S. You're wondering about the beer. There's a beer shortage, or gonna be a beer shortage, and why? Carbon dioxide supply, And what happens is um, they have found out that um, volcanic activity, um, especially, let's see, where was this at? Um, um, it's caused by, okay. Um, it's a Mississippi, they say. It's from an extinct volcano, is forcing brewers to cut back. So if you're wondering why the beer prices went up, this is it, folks. Uh, so when you have an underground volcano and it gets, and you get your basically your water supply, or it says the Mississippi Reservoir of CO2 from an extinct volcano. And it's forcing brewers to now cut back. Now, not only is this in Mississippi, but they're saying now it's happened in Alabama, has found their beer as being affected by an underground volcano. And they also say that it's even happening up towards Pennsylvania and one of the upper states. I want to say Michigan, but I might have Michigan on the brain from the bear. Um, and so this is what's going on. So if you wonder why the beer prices are going up, this could be why. It's not a shortage of beer, believe me. I'm pretty sure Budweiser isn't going to run out of beer. They're going to, or Bush. A lot of people go from Budweiser to Bush. And everybody's going to throw stuff at me. They're like, we don't drink that cheap beer. And it's like, not beer. But people do drink Bush. What's Ellie drink? Oh, I drink dark beer. So I would the darker beers are for me. So Bush don't happen in Ellie's house. Uh, so you're like Ellie drinks beer. Um, Boy, I might have to get into my alcohol consumption favorites, huh? Actually, to let y'all know, whiskey. I like whiskey. I don't drink a whole bunch of it, but I like a really good whiskey every now and then, or some bourbon. Well, okay, I hear Jameson. No, not Jameson. Um, I don't know what it is about Jameson or that with really strong barley, or I don't like the real strong, um, the 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 strong oats, barleys, and all that. I don't. That just don't enthuse me much. All right, let's get off Ellie's drinking. Let's see Ellie stagger tonight, huh? Huh, William? No. Mm. So, um, so the supply beer chain um, is, and this extinct volcanoes are spurring new beer shortages. And now they say they've been running delivery to the delivery the past few weeks, so certainly concerned. Um, this is what um, Aeronaut Brewing co-founder Ron Friedlander told Axios. Um, and they said that everybody's been wondering if it was the pandemic or if it was, um, there being, because the carbon dioxide supply was unforeseeable in the future, if this is what caught it. Well, no, it sure wasn't. Um, they say that, now that the truth has come out, that, so go out and stock up on beer because now it's going to go back up again. Because here's another volcanic out of, like I said, it was Alabama this morning that reported it, that now they're on the list. Now, my thing is all these underground volcanoes are getting active, which means, that could be why we're seeing so much rumbling inside Yellowstone. I'm not saying everything feeds to Yellowstone, but each volcano has a release mechanism. So what we see over in these states underneath, it could be the next one to it or the next state to it, um, relieving the pressure. It also does that with earthquakes. So, all right, let's get off the beer. All right, I know you guys don't want to hear about beer. Yeah, you got. Well, yeah, let's talk about beer all morning. Who drinks beer for breakfast? Where's Susan to see if she does beer and donuts? She's our donut girl. Um, now, we're pretty much down to the funny list for the day, and I know everybody loves this funny list stuff. Um, this is funny British signs. And they say that when it says, this collection of funny signs from found in Great Britain, but it could really be found in the United States because they're wearing the same shirts. Uh, so these are mostly on shirts, but they are signs. So in a laundromat, the automatic washing machine says, please remove all your clothes when the light goes out. In London, a department store, bargain basements upstairs. Now, I've seen that back at Woolworths. You guys remember Woolworths? They used to do that. They had a basement thing, and they would say the basement sales were upstairs. And I used to laugh as a kid at that. And I was like, I thought it was an attic that was upstairs, not the basement. And my mom used to just, oh, hush, let's just go find the deals. All right. So in an office, would the person who took the step ladder yesterday kindly bring it back, or further steps will be taken? Okay, in another office, after the area tea break, staff should empty the teapot and stand upside down on the draining board. Boy, someone left some words out. That sounds like Ellie in a rush with notes. Yeah, I miss all the ands, ifs, and I's and you's. So yeah, if you're at this place, if you empty the teapot, you need to go not stand in the corner. You need to stand upside down on the draining board. So oh boy, Karen, there you go. On a church door, this is the gate of heaven. Enter ye all by this door. But there's a sign. This door is to be kept locked because of draft. Please use a side entrance. Well, so much for entering the gates of heaven through that door. Yep, they're only letting you have to have the secret word, I guess. You knock 3 times, I guess. Yeah, no three dog night here, but yeah, knock 3 times and you say the passcode. Maybe they'll let you into heaven through that door, through that church door. I want to know what church this is. Outside the secondhand shop, we exchange everything: bicycle, washing machines. Why not bring your wife along and get a wonderful bargain? Hey, William, there you go. If these men want to exchange their wives, there you go, a secondhand shop, but it's over in the UK. So maybe we could find one here that does wife exchanges. They're gonna. What they'll do is they'll line them all up next to the guns and have you pick. Do you want a gun or do you want a new wife? Do you want to exchange her? Boy, my numbers are all over the place this morning. All right, quicksand warning. Any person passing this point will be drowned by order of the district council. A bargain wife, there you go. Is a bargain wife good? I don't know. Um, do you want to bargain on your wife, and who are you going to pay for the bargain? I hope it's not her dad, because he's going to charge you up the yin yang for it. All right, in the health food store, shop window closed due to illness. Ooh, there's salmonella waiting to happen for all the customers, right? All right, spotted in a safari park. Elephants, please stay in your car. Which elephants are they talking about? I don't know. I think that could be, I think someone could sue the zoo or the safari park. Seen during a conference, for anyone who has children and doesn't know it, there's daycare on the first floor. Hey, William, do you have children you don't know about? I guess you separate them. You take the kids you know about to the one floor, and then the ones you don't know about that you just found out about and you're hiding from the wife or the husband. Yeah, you got to go somewhere else. It's on the first floor. Oh my goodness. Notice in a field, a farmer allows walkers to cross the field for free. but the bull charges. Yeah. Oh, wow. There is a story out this morning about bulls and the bullfighting. There has been like 27 people that has died uh, from bullfights. Rogue bulls, not only going after the matadors, but they also are getting people in the stands. And they say this has been the most um, deaths from bulls and bullfighting. And this is, they haven't even counted the bull runs over in Europe, uh, Italy. William, Dangerfield. Where's the bullfights or bull runs in Europe? Where are they at? Come on, chat room, let me know. So anyway, and the thing about it, they said Mexico says they're only going to admit to 27. There are more, but they're only going to admit to 27. I thought, oh my gosh. Hmm. Yeah. Where's the bulls when the earthquake hit? Is that in this? I wonder if it's in the same city because can you imagine Mexico having all them bulls get loose from the arena with bullfights? Oh goodness, they'd be running. They definitely would be running to the bulls in Mexico. All right, so seen during a conference for anyone who has children. Oh, I already did that one. All right, Ellie, on to the next one. Notice in a oh, I did that one too. My cursor's way behind. I got ahead of it. All right, so message on a leaflet. If you cannot read, this leaflet will tell you how to get lessons. Oh, okay. On a repair shop door, we can repair anything. Please knock hard on the door. The bell doesn't work. I think we ought to put this repair shop with that church. One door is to go to heaven, the other one is to go to the repair shop. We'll put the two of them together for you. So spotted in the toilet in London office block. Toilet out of order. Please use floor below. Yikes. No, no, no. Yeah. Toilet out of order. Please use the floor below. Oh yeah, uh-huh. They're not gonna go and leave the bathroom and go to the the floor below. No, they're gonna think it's the floor below them where their feet are. Yeah. All right. Uh, Funny shirts. So here we go, shirts and signs today. Um, Due to budget cuts, the light at the end of the tunnel has been turned off. I could believe that. Um, if Now, if you guys write these down, if you want these on a shirt, have a shirt made. I can only please one person per day. This is not your day. Tomorrow is not looking good either. I love deadlines. I especially like the whooshing sound as they fly by. Uh-huh. I refuse to have a battle of wits with an unarmed person. Yeah, give them a sword and we'll just have a sword fight. Do they still have do what do you call it? Jousting with the swords? Do they still do that? We'll get Karen going on it. She's got a sword. Let's put her into a sword fight. I know somebody that she'll have a sword fight with. Her name's Tony. Yeah, we'll see. I have lost my mind. It's back up on a disc somewhere. There you go. There's a shirt for me. Tell me what you need, and I'll send you how to get along without it. All right, here we go. There's 4 stages of life, William. You believe in Santa Claus. You don't believe in Santa Claus. You become Santa Claus, and you start to look like Santa Claus. And the one stage with YouTube, Mrs. Claus is real, and I'm still looking for her. According to them, I got to go find her. Yeah, and before Christmas too. So, Mrs. Claus, call me. Yeah. So the 4 stages. At the end of your 4th stage, you look like Santa Claus. Now, I don't know about women. Maybe we look like Mrs. Claus, but I don't want to look like Santa Claus. No, I don't want a white beard. Yeah, we women with white beards. There you go. All right. Some days you are the pigeon. Some days you are the statue. Cleverly disguised as a responsible adult. There you go. There's a shirt. The money is always greener in the other guy's wallet. Yep. If we quit, well, I can't say that word. It's a no-no. If you quit putting in your these little slips of papers and boxes, will they go away? Too many freaks, not enough circuses. Oh, I've heard that one. That's been around for a long time. She who must be obeyed. No, she's going to end up at the bargain line at the at the at the shop where they were bargain wives. There you go. She's going to be a bargain wife. There you go. Um, Chaos, panic, disorder. My work is done here. There's a shirt for me. I thought I wanted a career. It turns out I just wanted a paycheck. When money talks, no one criticizes its accent. If you have an attitude problem, you have a perception problem. My reality check bounced. There you go. What do you think of that one? My reality check bounced. I love my cat. My cat does not care. At first, you don't succeed. Blame someone else and seek counseling. My bank account needs month to month resuscitation. There you go. That mine does, and it's you're not getting any help. If you're a jealous, you're you're just jealous. The voices are talking to me. On the keyboard of life, always keep one finger on the escape key. Boy, these are a lot of computer ones. I don't suffer from stress. I am the carrier. Everyone needs to believe in something. I believe in chocolate. There we go. Only in America could a letter offering $1 million prize be considered junk mail. There you go. Uh, uh, what is it? The ones that send you all that stuff. Well, I'm in a loss of words today. I must be tired. Um, Go buy a lottery ticket. And then you could save the paper, save the trees, save it all. Just Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes. That's what I'm thinking of. So yeah, save the paper. Um, it's really bad when you get three adults in a household that get Publishers Clearinghouse that all says they're in second place and has someone different in first on each one of the letters. Huh, I wonder how that happens. And where's the person in the second place that lives in the same house with you? I thought they had it. Yeah, it happened when my with my parents. My older sister lived at home. Mom played, dad played, and she played, I believe, or somebody did. And they all got second place. Boy, was my dad mad. He says, "I'm not buying another magazine." I said, "Well, Dad, you should have known." So he started buying lottery tickets. So yeah, danger, danger, Will Robinson on that one. If you throw a stick, will you leave? Oh, I don't know about that. Um, Errors have been made, others will be blamed. A cubicle is just a padded cell without a door, a door or a roof. Huh? Yeah, true. Never argue with an idiot. They'll drag you down to the level to beat you with experience. If at first you don't succeed, skydiving is not for you. A closed mouth gathers no foot. Some of these we've heard. Don't worry about the world ending today. It's tomorrow in Australia. There you go. If you think the world's going to crumble and end today, you just got to look at Australia because it's the day after. All right. The more crap you put up with, the more crap you're going to get. If the hokey pokey is is really what it's all about, uh, nobody. Boy, this is a long old list. Um, um, I'll probably cut them short. Um, think nobody knows you're alive. Uh, Try missing a payment. Does it scare you that you are looking for wisdom from a T-shirt? And your baby and your crybaby whiny butt opinion would be, huh? All right, sarcasm is just one more service we offer. A balanced diet is a cookie in each hand. So there you have it for today, folks. I mean, there is just like I might continue this on for tomorrow. There's about 50, 60 more of these. So I'll have to leave that one for tomorrow and finish them up. These are pretty good. So we have news coming up in about 10 minutes. And got some really good news. Not really good news. It's news that might get you angry today, or um, and then of course, if you like a World War III show with me and William, the military report, come on back tonight. If not, see you in the news, see you tonight, or we'll see you in the morning. So there is 3 shows today, so please subscribe and hit the bell, hit the like button and share. And boy, I'll have to get on here and thank all those viewers that we're gaining over in Facebook. Wow, it's been a bunch of them this week. So we thank them very much. And you guys hit the follow. Be sure to hit follow so you see the shows, and then hit the like button. So with that, we will see everyone real soon. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and maybe take one of these and these sayings and go have a shirt made today and giggle and laugh about it, and then just go and flash everybody today. No, I'm teasing. I'm teasing. Don't flash nobody. You're going to scare somebody, Ellie. So, all right. We will see you in about 10 minutes for the news. You all have a wonderful day, and God bless.